Alright, working on a 99 Dodge Ram 1500. It's got an extended cab. It's got a big old V8 in here. It's my brother's truck. Simply put, we're just correcting some issues he has with the truck since he bought it not too long ago. Within like a week, if anybody cares. But the truck has a lot of, it has excessive steering. It doesn't feel safe when you ride down the road. And the alignment's off. So what's going on is the Pitman arm here is defective. And it's the ball and socket that's bad. It has an excessive amount of play in it. So I'm going to turn the wheel and you'll see the arm here moves before the steering link does, and that will be obvious that that ball and socket isn't tight, and it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to, this arm is supposed to move immediate with this steering link. Sometimes also if you have excessive play, you want to check the idler arm, which is on this truck down here. That's where they're normally going to reside. And you want to check all your ball joints, your tie rods, anything related to steering, your intermediate shaft, your steering gearbox, which is here, and the intermediate shaft, which goes from the steering gearbox up to the steering column, to that thing you got to move left and right. So let's see that in action, and then we're going to get to repairing this. Let's make this happen. So remove this cotter pin here. You know what? I've got some vice grips. I got it far enough. Damn. First thing I can get my hands on, the socket I'm gonna have to use next to pull off the nut to the steering gearbox. What size is this? 21. Take this off. I know these can be a pain in the ass to get off at the steering gearbox. I do have some tools here that I'm going to use. This is my ball joint removal tool I got from Harbor Freight here. And it basically just pushes up on the ball joint. And at some point it'll relieve itself. Sometimes you gotta hit the side of it to encourage it to come loose if this doesn't work, because this will flex. Remember it came, oh shit, it worked. Well, I say remember it came from Harbor Freight. Threw me for a loop there. Alright, that was easy. Normally not that simple. Alright, let's get this one off. And this is specifically for Pitman arms. I got this from O'Reilly's. I'm gonna have to find the part number and put it in there. Now, you don't have to mark the orientation of this arm simply because on the steering gearbox it's going to have a thicker indentation that will correspond with a thicker protruded area on the splines from the Pitman arm itself. So soak before I start doing all this, honestly. I'm gonna take a ratchet. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's take a little hammer here. Just knock the side of it. You heard it. It changed pitch. A couple light taps ain't gonna hurt anything. So if you look inside of here, this is what I was referring to, the thicker one. There's another thick one here. Right there, there's like a little keyway, and it's going to correspond with that. So you can't screw it up. It only goes in one way. Kick the tire a little bit. Which way I need to go? I need to go the other way. Oh, ouch. There we go. I'm just kicking the tire down there. Worked out. Run it on with what we got. Oh, it came with a washer. got the Pitman arm torqued down around about 170, I want to say. I don't know. My torque wrench ain't go but so high. The book tip said 185, but I don't think we got to worry about anything. So we're going to test this, make sure it works fine, and go from there. Alright, everything's knocked out. The Pitman arms replaced. It does drive a lot better. It definitely could be a lot better, but I'm comparing it to a passenger car, and this is just a work truck here. So I will say, as far as getting this Pitman arm off, I've been in some very terrible situations to where if you don't have that tool, you're gonna be in a world of trouble. So it's really ideal to have that Pitman arm removal tool that goes from the Pitman arm to the steering gearbox. Even the cheapo ball joint removal tool I got from Harbor Freight worked very well, surprisingly well. So, but in that tool that I use from Harbor Freight has been through several ball joints and it hasn't bent yet. So, this took 0.4 hours. It was spot on as far as labor time, and I took my precious time, including recording and stuff. So if I wasn't recording, it would have definitely been a lot done a lot faster. It was a precision part, came from O'Reilly's, like all my other stuff normally comes from, and went on with no problem. So we'll see how well it holds up. But other than that, hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, have that reassurance in my work. See you on the next one.